Every shadow hides a secret. But what if the shadows you chase are chasing you back? It was supposed to be a simple afternoon walk. The kind I took almost every day with my cat, Luna, and my dog, Max. The sun was bright, the sky a clear blue, and everything seemed perfectly ordinary. But as soon as we stepped outside, I noticed something odd, shadows that didn't quite fit the objects casting them. At first, I thought it was just a trick of the light or my imagination playing games. The shadows moved subtly, shifting angles and shapes when there was no breeze, no source to explain their behavior. Luna's ears twitched sharply and Max's fur bristled. They stared intently at spots where I saw nothing but empty air. Their reaction unsettled me. Both pets had always been calm during these walks, but now they were on high alert. Luna crouched low, her tail flicking nervously, while Max stood rigid, growling softly in a low rumble I had never heard from him before. The feeling that something invisible lurked nearby gnawed at my mind. We continued walking, but the shadows seemed to follow us, lingering just beyond the edge of vision. I tried to dismiss it as a natural phenomenon, but Luna and Max's behavior told me otherwise. They weren't just reacting to an ordinary sight or sound. They were sensing something I couldn't see. Then, near an old, twisted tree at the edge of the park, the strangest thing happened. A shadow detached itself from the tree's base, stretching out toward us like a dark hand reaching through the light. Luna hissed and darted forward. Max barked fiercely, and I stumbled backward, heart pounding. I realized this wasn't just a trick of daylight. These shadows had a presence, a will of their own, and somehow Luna and Max knew it. From that moment, the walk stopped being a casual outing and became a silent mission. To understand what these shadows were, and why they were chasing us even in the middle of the day from that unsettling afternoon onward, it became clear that Luna and Max weren't just ordinary pets. They were my protectors in a world I didn't fully understand. The strange shadows didn't just appear randomly. They seemed to respond to my cat and dog's presence, retreating when Luna's eyes narrowed or Max's low growl echoed through the quiet streets. But it was their silent communication with each other that fascinated me most. Cats and dogs don't usually get along, but Luna and Max shared a bond deeper than simple friendship. I noticed small signs. Luna would brush close to Max's side, her whiskers twitching when he raised his tail in alert, as if they were exchanging messages without words. When one sensed danger, the other responded instantly. Their actions synchronized like a well-rehearsed dance. One afternoon, as the sun hung high, I sat on the porch watching them. Luna suddenly stopped grooming, her green eyes fixed on a distant spot. Max's ears perked up, his body stiffened, and he slowly turned to look in the same direction. No wind stirred, no movement caught my eye, but Luna and Max were alert, ready to defend. I started paying attention to how they behaved around those shadows. Luna's sharp claws scratched the ground, tracing invisible patterns, while Max positioned himself between me and the threat, his growls a warning. They seemed to understand the shadows' language, responding to their intentions before the darkness even materialized fully. Sometimes I felt like I was watching a secret ritual. Two guardians standing watch over a boundary I couldn't see. Their quiet vigilance gave me a strange comfort, even though fear still gripped my heart. I began to trust their instincts more than my own senses. In the silence of those moments, I realized the truth. Luna and Max were not just pets. They were my silent allies in a battle I hadn't signed up for. And if I was going to survive the chase, I needed to learn their language. Before the shadows closed in for good as dusk slipped into night, the world transformed. The comforting warmth of daylight faded, replaced by an eerie chill that wrapped around every corner. It was then that the shadows I had been chasing by day revealed their true nature, alive, restless, and hunting. Luna and Max's alertness sharpened as the sun dipped below the horizon. Their eyes glowed faintly in the dark, reflecting a wisdom I lacked. Where once shadows had been subtle and elusive, now they stretched like dark fingers, twisting and writhing, creeping closer with every passing minute. I could feel them pressing in on us, hungry for something unseen. We moved through the quiet streets, the only sounds our footsteps and the occasional low growl or hiss from my companions. The shadows didn't just chase us. They communicated, whispering secrets in a language I couldn't understand but that Luna and Max responded to with urgent signals. At one point, Luna darted forward, claws extended, slashing at a shadow that coiled around a street lamp post. Max lunged beside her, teeth bared, growling deep and fierce. The night became a battlefield, a chase where the line between hunter and hunted blurred. I realized these shadows weren't mere darkness. They were creatures, ancient and cunning, feeding off fear and silence. Yet Luna and Max fought with relentless courage, their instincts guiding every move as they protected me from dangers lurking in places where light dared not tread. But the shadows were clever. They shifted, hiding in corners, slipping through cracks, always just out of reach, drawing me deeper into their world. Each step I took at night was a gamble, every breath a prayer. Trusting my silent allies was no longer a choice. It was the only way to survive. As dawn approached, the shadows retreated reluctantly, fading into the light. Exhausted but alive, I knew this was only the beginning. The chase wasn't over. It was a cycle of day and night, light and dark, with Luna and Max by my side, guarding me against the shadows that never truly disappear.